didn't work out very well. Hey y'all, okay, so it is time to finally make the breakfast sausage. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make breakfast sausage and some Italian sausage with this pork butt roast. This comes from the shoulder of the pig, and even though it's called a butt roast, it actually comes from the shoulder of the pig, and it is fatty enough that it makes good sausage. So this is what I'm going to use. I picked this up in Walmart. It was $2.47 a pound. I forget, I looked at the already ground sausage and of course the pre-made breakfast sausage, and I don't remember what the price comparison was, but it's much more expensive than $2.47 a pound. So this is a 7.78 pound pork butt, and we will see how much sausage it actually gives us. So I think there is a bone in here. Yeah, I feel the bone. So let's get started. Hey y'all, welcome back again. We are Shorebound Farms, a family of 3 living in Northeast Louisiana, and we are going to go over making pork sausage today. I have my butt roast that we were talking about earlier, and you want to take it out of the bag, give it a nice wash down, and you start trimming away. So you want to make sure you are using sharp knives, and you want to cut this up into small enough pieces that will fit into your grinder. I am just working on getting this bone cut out of the meat. It's in the middle of it, so you got to work at it. And I want to get as much meat off of it as possible. I'm going to save the bone for beans or for whatever else, like a pork stock that I want to use. So I'm cutting it into inch and a half. You want to make sure that you are getting anything off that's like, sometimes you'll have like veins left in there, or you might have some silver skin that's kind of thick that you don't want in your sausage mix. So I pulled some of that out, threw it in with the trash. Now I'm going to put the meat in the freezer for a while because you want it to be nice and cold. You can do it frozen. I wouldn't do it necessarily completely frozen through, but a soft freeze. The colder it is, the better it's going to go through the machine, from my understanding. And here she is. I have a Kitsch Tree fruit and vegetable strainer attachment set that's also a food grinder attachment, and it fits my KitchenAid stand mixer. We did some shopping around because we were going to buy the KitchenAid attachment, and came across this one, and it was a lot cheaper, and also just it works great. Like, it had great reviews, and I've loved it. I've used it for my tamale sauce and for tomatoes so far, and this is the first time I'm using it to grind my meat. At the beginning of the video, you see I actually had a mishap, and I did not have it in completely, apparently. So whenever I first started grinding the meat, it fell off. And Phoebe was very entranced with this thing. She kept wanting to grab the meat out of it, so we had to clean her hands a couple times and take away all of the things she tried to stick into the meat. I would say this is actually a very satisfying experience, just watching the meat grind. So once you're done grinding all your meat, you want to put it in a bag or in something and put it back in the fridge or the freezer, because you need it to get back to a cold state, and running it through the grinder has probably heated it up some. I separated the meat out into 5 pounds and 2 pounds. It was a little bit over 2 pounds, but right at 5 pounds. So I'm going to do 5 pounds of the breakfast sausage and 2 and whatever pounds of the Italian sausage. So this is our Italian sausage mix. So I used 2 teaspoons of parsley, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of rosemary, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, and no, I did not use the red pepper flakes. It would be a 1/4 teaspoon of the red pepper flakes, but I withheld that because I didn't want it to be too hot for Phoebe. If I feel like adding that at a later time, I'll do that then. And I did have to crush it some because I had whole fennel seeds and I wanted them to be smaller in the sausage. Yeah. Okay, so for my breakfast sausage, I used 4 teaspoons of kosher salt, 3 teaspoons of black pepper, 4 teaspoons of sage. Actually, I probably used more than 4 teaspoons because I like a lot of sage in my breakfast sausage. So I kind of like round it whenever I'm scooping it out. 4 teaspoons of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of, once again, I did not do the red pepper flakes. So would be 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, but I withheld that this time. So you want to have cold water for this, and it's about a cup of water per 5 pounds of sausage. So I used less than half a cup for my breakfast sausage, or for the Italian sausage. I kind of eyeballed that one. But the reason is that you want to be able to incorporate the spices better. And if it's in a water mixture, like you let it sit there and kind of slush around, and it mixes with the sausage a lot better. Also, it helps you if you are putting this into a casing, which I am not doing, but it helps to go through your sausage filler better. It's supposed to be something too about suspending the meat with the fat ratio better also. So you mix in your spices and you let it sit for a little bit, and then you mix that into your sausage. So this is the breakfast sausage, and I was testing that out. It came out really good. I was very pleased with it. So I'm going to bag this back up, put it in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow I will put it into probably patties. And then I may do some that's in 1 pound bags, but I have 5 pounds to do this with. So I may do 1 pound bags and then a few patties. This is my Italian sausage. And what I like about this is with the paprika, it has that red tint to it. So same thing as I did with the breakfast sausage. You mix in the water. I tested this sausage. It needs probably a little more fennel, but at first I was like, it's all right. And then I took a second bite and I was like, oh, that was good. I got the fennel in that one. So I put this one back in the fridge as well, and I'm going to put this into 1 pound bags so that I will have some Italian sausage for other recipes. I'm really excited to have this sausage put in the fridge in the freezer because it came out a lot cheaper this way instead of buying the pre-made sausage. And it actually tastes better to me, and you can kind of play around with your seasonings more. That is it for this video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Hope you learned something and hope you get some sausage made. Please like our video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. Bye.